And we are live, and I want to welcome everybody tonight to our training. Let me turn that off. Let me get back over here to this. There we go. And welcome to Wednesday Night Training presented by the Appwizard Studio team. It's always an absolute pleasure to have everybody here to be a part. You know, gosh, man, I was thinking today, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We just finished up this month. We're finishing up 7 years, starting our 8th year. And Appwizard's been around for 9 years, and I came on board in 2012, and this is 2019. So 7 years I've been doing this, starting my 8th year. Matter of fact, last month, May started my 8th year. So we're a month into my 8th year of being right here on Wednesday nights doing 50 trainings a year and hundreds of webinars and so forth. So it's a pleasure and an honor to continue to be here and come every single week. So, but let's go ahead and get started. And if you have not joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups. Hang on just one second. And join us at our Facebook at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. A lot of great information in there, a lot of good questions, a lot of, hey, what's up, Tom? How you doing, buddy? A lot of good questions. Matter of fact, a lot of the questions in tonight's training is from the Facebook group. And let me go ahead and say this up front. A lot of the questions that are in the Facebook group are in the training we talked about last week inside of the platform. But we're going to go over that tonight. I'm going to share once again where that's at. I'm going to make sure this video is posted inside that training group. But like I said, we do have a lot of new people, so it's getting them acclimated to where they're at and what they do and so forth. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, buddy? And if you have not joined our YouTube channel, go to youtube.com and just search for Appwizard Studio and look for this. Look for this icon right here, subscribe now icon. There's an instant Appwizard channel also. And so you want to make sure that you go to Appwizard Studio and just look for that icon. And all the trainings are recorded in there every single week. Real quick disclaimer, Appwizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching training, you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics and different desires. And you guys will not believe this. This is the first, I was looking back on my calendar. I marked the rain days. This is the first Wednesday in 14 weeks that it has not rained, and it's absolutely beautiful. Got my yard mowed today, so everything is good. Matter of fact, they're saying that the rain is just about over here, so it's going to be an early summer. But it's great to not have tornadoes and hiding in a storm cellar. And for everybody who was on a couple of weeks ago when we had to literally run out of here because the tornado warnings were going off, I really appreciated everybody concern and the messaging. I mean, I was messaged all the way up to the following morning. It's like people stayed up with me, and I really greatly appreciate that. This has been one heck of a year for storms. So let's go into the platform. Let me jump on over here. If you do not see, let me bring up the Zoom. I want to make sure this is changing, and it is. If you don't see it changing, just shoot a message real quick into the platform. And we're going to go right here, and we're going to go into the platform. And these are live apps. So we're going to be going into a couple of these apps because there's some things that I want to show you on these particular apps. And the first thing I want to show you, there is an easy way to build apps. And when you hear me say, gosh, you know, Kerry says he builds app in 10 minutes and it takes me all day. The first thing I do is I always, when the information is not on a piece of paper, it's in an email. and it's in my email, and it's in the exact order I need to go in. When you go in and create a new web app, if you will set up your system to do this, whatever system you're using, I use a form, okay, a form that's in the Appwizard system, and just type it in the form, and then it emails to me. So when you go in here, if you will just select whatever, and I'm just going to select one because it doesn't really matter. If you will build your form exactly like this, and or when you fill out your email and email it to you, that way you can spell check it and all that stuff, your web app title, your web app URL, your business name, all of these lines right here, all of these lines right here, I don't know why that puts that in there. I must have logged in or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, all these lines right here are the exact information that I have. Okay, business name, click to call, work phone number, mobile phone number, hours of operation, Facebook and Twitter page. That's the information that I have in the form. When that form is sent to me, it's in order, and all I had to do is run through and copy and paste. And literally that takes less than 2 minutes. Okay. Now I always choose, I don't use these other templates. I've done it on a couple of lawn services just because I like them, but I always choose one of these two right here, the generics. Okay. So I have a generic template, and I put, and I just come in literally and cut and paste right from an email right into here. And I'm not sure how other people do it, but I have people tell me literally, man, I can't do it in less than 30 to 45 minutes. So that's step one. Make a system that's very easy for yourself. Do something that's very easy, and do it while you're in the field, when you're talking to your client. Now, what I do is I'll write it on a piece of paper. I always have a notepad with me, and I'll write it on a piece of paper. And then when I go out to the car, or even when I get back to my office, I will fill out that information in an email and send it to myself. And you're probably saying, well, Kerry, why don't you just take the information and put it in there since you're already typing it? I want to make sure that I have a copy of every single app, okay? Every single app in my email. I've got apps all the way back to 2012 in my email. That way, if somebody calls and says, hey, I paid for this app, or I did this, I've got 3 places to look. I can look in my account to see if they actually paid. I can look up and see if I've ever received the information, okay? And I can go in and find out if I ever sized the logo. I got every single logo that I've ever built since 2012. And it's on a hard drive, and it's on a removable hard drive. And I've got all of that data so that I can go, I have 3 things I can go back and check. Okay, I don't have a logo. That's good. That's good key number 1. But I might have misplaced the logo. So then I go in and I say, do I have the email? I look, nope, I don't have an email or a logo. Okay, and then I go back and look, do I have a payment? Because I always mark every single payment with the name of the app. And then what do I do next? Hey, I don't show that we've ever received your app, and I don't show that we've ever received payment. Do you have a receipt? 99.999 of the time, guess what the answer is? Well, no, I don't have a receipt. I just remember you coming by. Well, if you don't have a receipt, then I didn't build it. You know, I don't have a receipt, and you don't have a receipt, and I haven't received the information, and I never received a logo. So guess what? The app was never built because you never paid for it. And sometimes it results in a sale because they wanted it. They just thought they bought it, but they didn't. Okay. But that's another reason I email it to myself, because I want all of that data stored. And I back up my emails, okay? I use Outlook, and I back up my emails, and I've always got that data, all right? And all the way back when I first started, I was using PayPal. I still have the same PayPal account. Now I use Stripe, okay? And so everything is stored in Stripe. And all I've got to do is click search the name, and I can find the name immediately. So you will find that most businesses, I'm not sure why this happens, people literally change their debit cards and credit cards like people change their underwear. I mean, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'll have people send, I'm going to show you guys an app in a moment, okay? And you're going to say, what in the world? But I'm going to show you a couple of apps in a moment, okay? So I'm able to just go in and cut and paste, and I'm going to show you guys a new program here. Hang on just 1 second. This is a really cool program, okay? And I hope everybody can see that. And it doesn't look like it dragged over. Hang on. And now we're froze up as usual. So let me stop share here. The program I'm going to show you is called Snagit Editor. Snagit Editor. And I've started using this. It's really, really cool. Let me see if I can get this to come back up. Okay, there it is. This is called Snagit Editor, all right? And it's really cool and really easy to learn how to use. I'm going to try to pull in. Let me see here. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull this back over here. Okay, I'm going to pull this back over here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to try to open up. This program is very, very inexpensive and really cool to use. Here, I'm just going to use this one right here. Let me drag that over there. Okay, this was a car. Oh, here it is right here. There it is right there. Gosh, why is that doing that? Oh, I know why it's doing it. Those are all TIFF files. Well, anyway, let's say that I wanted to readjust this file right here by 500, okay? So I can come over and I could cut this out and turn this into the logo. And if you can see right here on this won't open because it's a TIFF file, but I imported it as a TIFF file, but now it won't open. But you can see that this right here on the bottom where I'm highlighting that's 2,550 by 3,300. That's a full sheet of paper, okay? And you're able to go in and just simply drag this and make this to the size so you can drag and do anything you want to with it. And literally you can cut out a business card in seconds. It's called Snagit, okay? Snagit Editor. And I've started using that. I put it on a new computer and I absolutely love it. I can have a business card cut out and saved and uploaded in seconds. I mean, literally seconds. So I recommend that you take a look at that. And I can't remember how much it costs. I think it was like $39 or $69 or I can't remember, but it's a TechSmith product, the same company that makes Camtasia. Okay, they make Camtasia. They also make what's the name of this program? It's a free little Snagit program, but you can't do with it what you do with this. So anyway, Snagit, great program, great program. And let's come over here. So we filled out our information. We got everything done. Now I want to come over here and show you guys something. Now, I had a customer to come in and he said, hey, I've changed the name of my company. I'm doing something different now. Okay, he said, I'm going by Barrett Financial Group, and Christerna is the name of the overall company. He said, I want to change my logo. I said, awesome, no problem. So what he did is he sent me a new logo, but we wanted to do the same app. Now, use the same app because he had another app. But I went in and I realized that all of the information changed. So I was able to go in and rapidly build the app just like I just showed you. But I want to show you what I was able to do because his colors were the same. And this is a quick way, and you can literally go in. Okay, see this right here? This was his old app, all right? Does everybody see this copy code right here? Can everybody see this? I hope so. All you have to do is take this copy code, and this copy code not only will copy the app, but it will also allow you to copy all of the colors. And so you can literally go in go to Edit Web App, go to Settings, go to Styles and Colors. Now understand this was just the blank canvas earlier, and go to Color Code, put in the app color code right there, and this literally pulls over every single thing from that other app when it comes to all the colors. The buttons, everything pulls from the other app. So you don't have to go in and reinvent the wheel. This saves a tremendous amount of time. I saw somebody asking the other day in the group about insurance. How do you do insurance cards? I use the copy code to duplicate the app, and then I go in and everything is set. All I had to do is go in and change the data. It literally takes seconds if you're building multiple apps for the same company. So what's the difference between copy code and duplicate? Duplicate duplicates the app, okay? Copy code duplicates the app, but copy code can also be, let's say that you got a color scheme from another app and that you didn't duplicate. For example, you built an app and you liked the colors on it and it matched the color scheme exactly. All you have to do is come in and get the copy code and drop it in the app color code. When you duplicate an app, it duplicates it exactly. If you build a generic app, you can go in and use the copy code right here in the color code. You can also use the copy code to basically duplicate the app. And what he's talking about, for those of you who are saying, what the heck is he talking about? When you go up here to create a new app, it says, do you want to create a custom app or create from a template? If you go to custom app, it asks you for the app copy code right here. All right, it asks for the app copy code right here. So you can copy the app the same way. If you go into custom, okay, if you're just wanting to pull the colors, go in and pull the colors. Now let me go in here and I'm gonna show you guys something else. These are the kind of things you can't do anything about. Does everybody see this right here, Links Insurance Services? Okay, you know it's an insurance company because you see insurance services. Now, this particular customer is a farmer's insurance company, okay? So we built a farmer's insurance app. to start with, because Farmers is very, very picky about how the colors and all that. And you have to get permission. If you're building insurance apps, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this is what you have to do if you're using their logos and their colors. They have color codes that are patented and trademarked, and you have to get the color codes from the insurance company, and they have to be approved. So you have, when you get with the insurance agent and you're saying, well, Kerry, I've built a bunch of them and I didn't have to do that. Well, that's good. But when the company finds out about it, they're going to shut down every single one of those apps because they weren't approved. I'm approved with State Farm. I'm approved with Allstate. I'm approved with, let's see, State Farm, Allstate, and Farmers. Okay, State Farm, Allstate, and Farmers. I have been approved to build apps for their insurance guys using their colors. Okay, now when you get those colors, you cannot share them, you cannot use them, you cannot do anything without their approval. You're saying, well, Kerry, how did you learn that? Because I built 15 State Farm apps, and they were up for about 2 months, and I got a call from State Farm that said take every one of them down and delete them. And my question was, why? And their simple answer was, because we did not approve them and the colors are wrong. I said, what if I get your colors and make them exactly and let you see them? Would you approve them? I said, because I have 15 of these for that office. So the girl calls me back the next day and she says, okay, she said, we're going to send you a form that you have to fill out and you have to sign that specifically states you will not use those colors for anybody else. Why? Because they have a patent on those colors or trademark on those colors. So anyway, this is a Farmers Insurance, and she just happened to be meeting with Farmers today. So why she had me change it, I do not know. The only thing that tells you what this is Link's Insurance Agency, and I understand why she has the cat on there. But the fact that okay, she has nothing about insurance on her logo just kind of blew my mind. All right, it just kind of blew my mind. So, and I'm going to show you one other one that we changed today. I think it was called Kraken. Hang on. I may be wrong on this one. Yeah, here it is right here. This is an auto glass company. All right. Now they had a really cool logo. All right, really cool logo that had shattered glass and a car and everything. They sent this over, and you can see, I mean, the app looks amazing because all the colors match, but you can't even really see the auto glass right here. It's hard to see the Kraken, and they've got an octopus on there. So you can talk to some of your clients and you can share with them and say, hey, what is this? How does, does this really represent your brand? Is this who you are? They have this nowhere on their building. So when they share this, nobody's going to know who their brand is. All right. So that's very important. Those things are very important to remember when you're building out apps. Now let's go over here to let's go over here to this web app. Now let's not go to that one. Let me find another one. Hang on. If you ever want to preview all your apps, this is how you preview your apps. You can see all the apps like this. I'm trying to find one that's got a video in it. And I don't know if you notice anything kind of similar here, but all of these are what? All these are the templates that we use. Okay, this is Cars Pal. Let me go back up here. And now you can see this one right here. This has the animated header in it right here. Do a lot of those. We charge $20 per logo. So this added $20 to this app. And it literally takes 2 seconds to do. I'll show you guys how to do that here. Let me go ahead and do that while I'm here. If you want to put an animated logo in, simply go to Settings, go to Header, go to Images, upload 2 images, go to Image Settings. This is the doors. You can make this whatever you want. This is faded boxes, and you'll be able to see it on the screen there when it does it. Kind of fades into itself. There's a lot of stuff in here. Depending on what it is, I use doors a lot. This is motion boxes. That's really cool. I use that quite a bit too. But this customer wanted doors because he saw it on someone else's app. And you can see I put it on 3 seconds. If I have 3 logos here, I put it on 2 seconds. If I have 4 logos, I put it on 1 second. And you say, well, gosh, man, that's not very fast. But you can see at 3 seconds, they have plenty of time to get the information. And if they put their finger on it, they can also slide it, or they can also stop it. I can't remember the name of that app. That's it right there. So let's say no. We're going to go ahead and look at the video on this. Somebody was asking about that in the group. If you'll go into the training area, that's in the training area, how to put a video in. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Now you're going to notice something. This isn't a YouTube video. This is actually hosted on my server, okay? This is a video that I did for them. We use a spokesperson video. This is our spokesperson. You can see I've got their information logo and stuff behind them. We did some animations in there. I use Camtasia to build these. It takes about 10 minutes, charge $100. You can see the banner comes out, but that's the video. Okay, now how does the video go in? Go to home page, go to text/HTML, and here's the source code. Now this is just an iframe source code here. If you use the source code for YouTube, you can no longer take out the videos after that. So that's why I'm using, and I know Jerry said he used, I think he uses Snagit or something. So you can see here the width is 258 by 155. This could probably come down. You can see just a little bit of black on the top and the bottom. So if I change that to say 150, and this is what you do. You can also put this at 100%. That way it fills the full screen on the top of the top of a phone. Let me show you that real quick. So 100%. We'll save that. We'll save here. Go over to preview. And you can see it fills the full width of the phone, whatever that is. All right. Now you can see that that leaves a little bit too much margin on the side there. That's why I went with the 258. So let's come back over here. We're gonna put 258. And this is pixels. That's what that 258 stands for. It's got to be inside these brackets. You got to make sure it's in the brackets. You can see that, remove the black off the top and the bottom. Hit save. Go over here to preview, reload. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but this emulator right here is the only one that actually shows the true emulation of the app. All right, so always come back and check it in this emulator. You can see I could probably took another couple of pixels off of there, so I could have went 147 or something like that. And that's how you put a video in, okay? Now, someone was asking about links. So while I'm in here, this right here is actually an inventory link from the customer's website. They sell cars, obviously. Okay, this is a link. Let me show you how to do that. And I know a lot of people don't know how, because the answers that everybody was giving him in the group were like way out there. Okay, click here for inventory. All you have to do is add a new link, put the link right here, and make it website. Okay, you make it the website link. All right, so and then you put your icon in there. So if I was going to add a new link, I would select link to website. Now, I don't know if you know this, but you can also put a phone number in here if it's a mobile phone number, and type text mobile number, and you can use the app to text. Call phone number is call, obviously, but link to website is what this is right here. And all I did was create a link, came over to header, I created a button, and I put the inventory there. Now, I think the button is like normally right there, okay? And you can see it. It might be even right here. I don't remember. But what I do is drag that to the top so that it pops, and their inventory is right there at the top. Anywhere you see one of these arrows, anywhere you see an arrow up and down and all that kind of stuff, you can move these tabs around. Any questions at all? Next week, we're going to go into probably another big question that I've seen popping up lately was the message board. Okay, we're going to talk about the message board. We're going to talk about the punch card, and we're going to talk about the photo gallery. That's some of that's the other questions that are popping up very frequently in the group, and so we will address that information. If there's no more questions, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Everybody have an absolute wonderful evening. It's always a blessing to come to spend time with my family. So everybody have a good night, and we will see you next Wednesday.